Welcome back to Good Day State Line. We love a t-shirt with a mission, and this morning we're learning all about that mission with the Love Brain team. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So we have Mary Grace and Vince. So excited to talk to you because this is such a great way to achieve something with a fun t-shirt, right? So tell me about Love Brain.
Yeah, so we are a mental health apparel company. So the whole message was we just wanted to spread awareness around mental health, and you know, there's such a stigma with mental health. So our whole goal was to just kind of spread awareness, and obviously the more people that know about it and can understand it and, you know, realize that mental health is just as important as physical health, the better. And so that's kind of why we started Love Brain.
So when did you start Love Brain?
So we actually just launched in
August of 2020.
Of 2020, so
which
not
is
long.
when a lot of people were realizing that they were having struggles with mental health. You know,
yes.
You thought maybe you were having a struggle, and then the pandemic hit, and then you're like, okay, this is not fun for me.
Absolutely.
I need someone to talk to. I need somebody, you know, to reach out to, and there, you know, shouldn't be the stigma that there is.
Exactly, exactly. That's totally true. So it kind of, the timing worked out, as funny as it is, but we kind of just came up with the idea and ran with it and wanted to get it going. So we were like, all right, let's just do this. It's 2020. People are on their phones, so they're seeing our stuff, hopefully, and
It's a good time to start, probably on Instagram and other social media.
Exactly.
So, Vince, what did you say when Mary Grace said she wanted to start this business?
Well, I said, let's do it. You know, 'cause we've always been entrepreneurial, so we always wanted to start something, you know. And when she came up with this idea, I said, you know, this would be a great opportunity for us.
So how are these t-shirts, like, how do you get them made? Who's making them?
Yes, we have a supplier. So I design all, well, you've designed a couple too. You take all the credit. But I designed, I designed all of them. So I kind of just come up with ideas, and I just kind of use my own experience, my own mental health issues, and, you know, what I want to, you know, explain to other people. And I just kind of put that into design, and we do all the designs ourselves. So.
All right, why don't you turn around real fast?
Oh, yeah.
Her jacket has the same, you know,
we're kind of twinning.
Word thing going on as my shirt. So cute. I love all this stuff. And, you know, having it cute and fun gives it another element to talk about mental health. It's easy for someone to say, oh my gosh, such a cute shirt, where'd you get that? And then they can explain what Love Brain is.
Exactly, yeah.
So what do you guys think is so important about, you know, accomplishing something with this? Like, what do you hope to accomplish with this?
We just hope to spread the message, and, you know, I went through a lot of mental health issues, and it's easy to feel very alone in your own head, and, you know, you could have a great, you know, support system, but it's still alone in your head. And I just hope that, you know, if there's another, you know, little girl out there or someone who is struggling with the same things, maybe they'll see our message, see what we stand for, and know they're not alone, they're not crazy. So many people struggle with mental health issues, and it's really not a taboo thing, and it shouldn't be a taboo thing.
One of my favorite things about social media and Instagram in general, especially in the last few years, is seeing companies like yours and even celebrities. I always use Selena Gomez as such a great example of someone who shares her struggles and shares her story, so that the rest of us are like, okay, Selena Gomez is dealing with this, and like she's okay to talk about it, and she's okay to talk to a therapist. Like, maybe I am, maybe I can, and it's not a big deal.
Right, exactly.
So, Vince, what do you think is important to remember when you're with somebody who has a mental illness?
I would say definitely the best two things to keep in mind is that patience and great communication. You know, just being able to talk to each other, just knowing what you're both going through.
What the other one needs.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know what's going on unless you ask.
Yes, exactly.
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 So let's see some of these shirts, because we have this cute one that I'm wearing. So how long did it take you to make these letters match?
An hour. I was able to get it. I was able to get it. A little finessing, but I was able to get it.
That one's cute with puppet strings.
Yep, this is one of my favorite ones.
What's the inspiration on that one?
So it actually has the puppet hand from The Godfather.
Okay.
And I love The Godfather.
The font's similar too.
And basically how anxiety could control you. If you
So that was kind of the message, is like you could kind of feel like a puppet to your own mind when you have so much anxiety, and we just obviously like The Godfather, so we kind of thought that'd be a cool
comes
cool
in a lot
one
of
to
different colors.
All right, what's another one you want to show us?
Yeah, let me show you. This one's really important to me. So I actually have OCD, and we always hear about people using mental health disorders as adjectives. You know, you hear someone say, oh, she's, you know, so OCD, or she's so bipolar, and it's really not okay. And we're trying to get that message across with this shirt. So like, my illness is not your adjective. So really trying to understand it is an illness, it's not an adjective, and you know, we should treat it as such. So that's kind of where this one came from.
All right, go grab one more, and while you're walking over here, tell me where we can get these.
Did you want to do that?
Yeah, sure. So our website is love-brain.com.
Okay.
We'll have everything on our website. We also have a new app that is available in the App Store and
Oh, cool.
Google Play Store, and it's also Love-Brain.
Love-Brain Co.
CO.
And some of your proceeds go toward mental health organizations?
Yep, so towards
Yes.
NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness. So we do a percentage.
Show us that one real fast.
So this one, just your identity is not, your struggle isn't your identity, so there's more to you than just your
I love it.
disorder.
We're going to
Yeah.
post even more of these shirts on our Instagram page and our Facebook page. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you for
course.
having
Thank
us.
you.
We're so happy to be here.
Yes, coming up next, we are talking about Skin Cancer Awareness Month with MD Skin Center, and later we're introducing you to the Good Day Stateline Mom of the Year. But first, we've got another giveaway for you. Head to gooddaystateline.com right now and enter to win some swag from our friends at Love Brain, plus strands of face hair care products. Text your mom friends if they're not watching. We have so much more to give away this morning. We'll be right back.